Welcome to today's web conference, the second of a two-part series, Make 2015 Your Best Year Ever by Increasing Your Pipeline and Generating More Leads. Presented by Ken Thorson, President, Acumen Management Group. Ken, you now have the floor.
Thank you, and good day, everyone, and welcome to Webcast 2, a focus on execution. In our last webcast, Webcast 1, we talked about the MCC program, Microsoft Community Connections, what it is, how to get started. Today we want to focus you around some of the other content that brings up the program. If you missed webcast number 1, no problem, we have you covered. I'll share with you later in the session today a YouTube link that you can go to and listen to Webcast 1 and how to get involved. I'm very excited about this program because it really can help you grow your business. We call it Develop Leverage to Increase Market Share, a strategic and prescriptive approach to increasing your revenue. In the last 6 months, we've been doing a lot of research around what are the challenges Microsoft partners are facing. And by far, the number one choice was prospecting or building pipeline values. If that's a concern of yours, this is your program. We're going to be covering plays 3, 4, and 5 of the playbook around MCC, but I think it's important you take a look at your business planning for 2015 and determine how to incorporate this program. I'm Ken Thorson, President of Acumen Management Group, and for the last 17 years, we've been consulting with Microsoft and Microsoft partners on looking at their business and strategic sales issues. My website, Acumen Management, is available. There are free downloads out there on white papers. One you might find handy at this time of the year is a business assessment tool that you can take and evaluate your business. So as you're putting your business plan together, you can evaluate all functions and areas of the website. And the same with that, there are also my books on sales leadership that are available out there as well. My blog, Sales Management Guru, is really also a resource for you. It's been rated pretty highly in the U.S. and worldwide, and I think you'll find it useful to find out information on sales, sales leadership, sales management, and business acumen. All really good information for you to look at from that perspective. So we'll cover a lot of variations of the playbook today, but I think it's important you're also aware that by attending today, you are eligible to win a free Surface. After our next webcast, which starts in about an hour, we're going to look at all the attendees from all 3 webcasts, and we'll randomly draw someone's name. So you'll be excited to hear that, and we'll make an announcement following the next webcast and that availability. Now let's get started with this. Wow, I just started engaging with the Microsoft Community Connections program. I can't believe the response. Working with the small business community has changed my business forever. Thank you, Microsoft Community Connections. That's what the power of this program is. You know, all of us are limited by resources. All of us know whether we have 2 people in our firm, 20 people, or 200 people in our firm are limited based upon budgets, people, and time. The Microsoft Community Connections program has been designed to help you gain that leverage. To find out if I'm a smaller partner, how can I increase my market share? How can I do it easily, inexpensively, and make it happen? Even if you're a larger Microsoft partner, this program is going to allow you to grow your market awareness. So what is the Microsoft Community Connection? It's a program designed by Microsoft with partners to allow you to go out and work with local associations on their issues around technology, speak to those associations, and you'll be able to extend your market awareness through your speaking programs or the programs that are developed. It's co-branded with Microsoft. You add your brand to it, your local presence, and you're going to be able to go further in your business market opportunity. It will actually elevate your position in the community by being considered the thought leader, and that's the goal of the program. And we're going to show you how to do that. Those of you who were on Webcast 1 last week, we went through a lot of that detail. So if you missed the webcast last week, make sure you go back and re-listen to that webcast. And I'll show you how to do that at the end. You also have access to a free event kit with marketing program resources. It has collateral. It has pre-developed presentations, and I'll cover that in a few moments. It has even an evaluation survey that you can hand out to all the people in the audience, and they can evaluate your presentation, but also allow you to follow up and contact them later. There are other resources that I'll cover including telesales people, tele-BDMs that are available to help you develop the program, walk you through the programs, and follow up afterwards. So it's a really well-designed program to help you drive your business. Why is this important? Well, look at these around cloud trends. We've done a lot of work on helping partners accelerate their cloud practices. And we found out in the SMB world several things. 71% need solutions for mobile. That's a topic all by itself. 60% don't have the resources to implement new technology. That's where you come in. 56% a single source IT solution company, someone that you can count on to take care of your issues. And 50% of small business people think cloud is an important part of their future. What does this mean to you? Well, SMB buyers, depending on how you define that, generally buy their IT solutions based upon referral or someone they know. So they're having lunches, they're having meetings, they're recreationally, and they might talk about IT. And they'll always say, well, who do you buy from, or who do you work with? Are they any good? What have they done for your company? So expanding your reach in that community through Microsoft Community Connections is a powerful tool. Well, David said it. Event marketing and networking must be about community engagement first. You need to be collaborative and understand how you can work together before you get the golden deal. We'll talk more about this, but it's a method around attitude. As you work in the MCC program with the local associations, your attitude is not one of a seller. It's not one of a provider. It's one of collaboration, help, and assistance. Working with the association, working with the association employees, and then speaking at their events about some of the technology issues and business challenges people face. And we'll cover that in great detail, but this program is really exciting. Why is it exciting? Well, the net blood of any Microsoft partner business model has to have a goal of adding X number of net new customers every quarter. This program gives you the leverage to do that. You might work with a local chamber of commerce, or if you're in a vertical market, you might work with a vertical association. Say you're in the hospitality restaurant vertical. You'd work with a local hospitality or restaurant association. Or you may work with professional service companies like CPAs or legal. CPAs, why would you want to get involved there? Well, first of all, they have an association. You can serve the association. You might be able to, using Microsoft Community Connections, speak at the association meetings. You might work with individual CPA offices on their IT issues and challenges. And CPAs have clients. So it's a one-to-many opportunity. It's one-to-many people in building your channel this way. Very easy to do, and we'll explain. The playbook takes you through that step by step. These are the pre-programmed programs that Microsoft has already created for you. Link, be there without going there. Business anywhere, take Office with you. Tap your gold mine, generate new business. Be lean, stay lean, get the most out of every investment. Those are topics that business people want to hear and want to talk to. So you want to look at the association, understand that, and play 1 and play 2 kind of help you through that. And we'll briefly touch that. But going forward, you have to understand how buyers buy. This is a chart that said, here's how people evaluate solution providers. Number 1, do they have the technical expertise? And if you're certified and understand that, you do. Number 2 is the vertical industry expertise. Do you have vertical industry expertise? And they look at that. Do you know my business? Or do you have business process expertise? And 4 is reputation. So the first 4 are very important for you to figure out how you can raise your standard, or raise your awareness in your local community to make that happen. Microsoft Community Connection can do 3 out of those 4. Very powerful tool for you to incorporate in your business model. So what are we really talking about? How do you use the MCC platform to grow your business? Well, it's an event marketing opportunity. So you're working with an association. They have to add value to their members. They have to attract new members. So they have to make going to their meetings interesting, or people won't show up. They won't pay their membership dues to stay involved unless it's a really business critical issue. So they're interested in talking to you. So these events allow you to go into the community, go into those business organizations, and provide what we call thought leadership marketing. Now, I'm going to share some examples of that in just a second, but thought leadership marketing is really about creating your brand as the technology solution expert. Thought leadership marketing is not what I call interrupt marketing. In today's world, interrupt marketing doesn't work as well. Interrupt marketing means you pick up the phone and try to call me. Interrupt marketing means you send me an email. Interrupt marketing means you even send me direct mail. Thought leadership marketing speaks to the business issues, and you market through social media, you market through your newsletters, you market through networking events, you market through writing columns and a whole variety of ideas around that. And it's about business solutions, not about product. And then you need strategic relationships. How do you build strategic relationships in your community? Through respect, through organizations, and getting involved. So you're really educating your offense. Again, not about products and features, but how they solve business challenges. We recently generated an $80,000 deal. 30 was for us and 50 was for one of our partners. So in this particular case, David actually partnered with another Microsoft partner to present what a solution of joint value to a prospect, and they both won. And in the playbook, we talk about the power of networking and the power of the IAMCP, the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners, and how that works and how and why you need to be involved. And this is what thought leadership is. Alan Weiss wrote a book called The $1 Million Consultant, and he talks about creating market gravity through your intellectual property and thought leadership. Helping people raise the standards of performance are the keys to low-cost acquisition and highly profitable work. What this means is gravity. Buyers are attracted to you because of your knowledge and your credibility, and fees are not as important. That's why your margins can be protected with thought leadership marketing. This is all very important about really trying to gain awareness in your community, gain awareness in your marketplace, and add value. I just listed a few thought leadership ideas to give you, kind of drive home the point. The programs you need to put on have to be collaborative, informative, and useful for the membership. And in the playbook, we take you through an exercise of understanding the challenges of the association, the challenges potentially of the members of the association, and then deciding what benefits you bring that can link to solving those challenges. So, improving customer service might be something you want to talk about, and talk about how you lower customer service costs by having video conferencing or using Link. Revenue growth and increased sales. Really interesting idea here, because one of the key elements we believe to be successful going forward is to get outside of IT. We find people who are selling to IT people have longer sales cycles and they have budget issues. If you get outside of IT and you're talking to the president of the company about security and protecting their database, or you're talking to the vice president of sales, vice president of marketing about revenue growth and increasing sales, you have people's interest, and they can get money to increase their business. CapEx to OpEx, operational efficiency, two things you might be working in the manufacturing area, you might be addressing the director of engineering, you might be dealing with the CFO. This is how you start to attract other people and bring them in without saying, come and listen to an exchange discussion. You're getting into the thought leadership idea, and these programs we've put together at Microsoft have that capability. Or you might do a vertical case study. That's great. You interview a customer, you interview 2 or 3 customers, and you have a panel discussion. Very easy to put together, but now you're bringing value, and everybody else who has a manufacturing company in this particular example would have an interest in coming to that. So it's really interesting from how you could be doing that. How to lower the cost of sales. Presidents of companies, vice presidents of sales, all would want to come in and hear that topic. Again, you might be interviewing a customer who used Link to be able to do that. Whole variety of ideas and ways to make the topic important, but it's working on the title of the thought leadership program that's important. So educating your audience, that's really what we were talking about. But your attitude, as I said earlier, has to be one about collaboration. You want to share knowledge about technology to educate how products and strategies can be used by the audience. The other day, someone said to me, you have to give before you get. So when you engage with the association, when you engage with its members, you're there as a member, not a vendor. You go to the meetings, even when you're not presenting on the technology topic. you work the golf tournament, you work the front desk. We've got all those kinds of tips and tricks in the playbook. So we want to make sure you download the playbook and get started. But why are they interested? Look at these two quotes from the Park Ridge Chamber of Commerce in the Greater Seattle. Gail Haller. The event was a great draw for our members. It was very well attended and created a lot of buzz for techies and non-techies alike. Really made it easy. Microsoft's kit was there, and attendees loved the door prize drawings. That means they provided value to the members. Members had fun, and they'll come back to the next meeting. Or as Emmy talked about, our small business members came away with the event saying, I get it, I can afford it, and I can have the technology that the big guys have. That's added value. You're adding value to the association, you're creating a presence in that local community, and you're making things happen. That's the important part, what you need to build into your program. In the world of cloud, you have to increase the number of marketing events per month you're doing just to gain pipeline, gain revenue, and margins. Now, here's an example of a partner that went out and reached out to the Associated Industries of Massachusetts, or AIM. They did an application for them using Office 365, SharePoint, and OneDrive. Now, they only have 49 employees, but they provided great value to that association. Now, through Microsoft Community Connections, they can reach out to their 4,500 member companies by putting on programs, event marketing. But there's 500,000 employees that belong to this association, 500,000 employees within the association. What a reach. It's working with the association, making their employees happy, solving the problems they have maybe around IT, presenting valuable information to the member community, and you start to spider in your network. Unbelievable. They had service revenues, managed service revenues, consulting work, training. What addition, just the licensing alone was great, but look at the add-on value and profitability you get from the other areas you sell. Once you're in a client, when a member, what you do, you have another application, you can cross-sell and upsell and keep moving the ball in there. It allows you to grow your business smartly. So let's look at the playbook for an example. The playbook is an easy to use but prescriptive approach of how to start and then how to move to the next area. In the first webcast, we covered some of the concepts around it. The objective is really to provide a prescriptive playbook designed to develop the Partner-Focused Connections program. You have a chance to build high-value connections within the community, develop and strengthen profitable long-term customer relationships. That's what we win. But from a cloud perspective, you have to focus on velocity and the volume. This allows you, because you become that trusted advisor, because you become the thought leader, people will gravitate to you. You'll get orders without even knowing you were prospecting. The velocity of your order pattern will change, and the volume and profitability of your company will rise. You'll also be able to implement a creative marketing program that your competition probably isn't. And it's a way for you to reach out to the community and increase the opportunity for your business. Play one, and we covered this in the first session in great detail, really talks about these areas, and these are the chapters within the first play one of the playbook. There are 5 plays. Gaining leverage, just talking generally about it. Understanding member-based associations. What is the MCC program and why will it work and how to get involved? And we provide you a step-by-step approach and access to people. We discussed the IAMCP. Explore partnering with the IAMCP. The value of that organization is that you may only focus in one particular Microsoft area or maybe 2, but the association may require additional products or services that you don't. Or you can sponsor programs that another partner may put on, and the 2 partners working together can provide a greater resource to the association and its members. For example, you might be doing Exchange and Office 365 and a Microsoft Dynamics partner that's doing CRM. And you can put in the CRM in the association. They can do more work in that way, and you can obviously provide the other tools. That's the power of partnering, and we get involved in that in great detail in the playbook. So it's really important to work with, and also understanding the association. Play 2, quickly, we just went through knowing the program, how to create an action plan. And we take you step by step about associations, which ones to work with, what do you need to know to do it right, and how do you connect with them, and how do you get involved. Give you tips and ideas and hints all the way through. But as Bill said, Next to your doctor, your tech provider is the most personal choice and most trusted advisor you have. You all know that when your clients go down, their business is down, and it's critical that you can provide that support to them. So you have the ability to build trust over time, and that's the real idea of why it's important. You're going to be their provider for the next 10 years. That's ongoing revenue. That's recurring revenue. That's business value to your business. So it's a very powerful program to do. So let's focus now and spend some time on play 3, 4, and 5. Again, play 1, we covered 1 and 2 in better detail. So here we're going to focus on who to call on and executing your plan. How do you make that first call? How do you go in and talk to the people? And we'll cover that in some detail as we go through here. That's important. And then we have a mutual event goal sheet that allows you to work with them on their goals for their organization and the goals of the event. The purpose of play 3 is to make it happen. You made a commitment and designed a plan. Now it's time to ensure that you can execute it brilliantly. So play 1 and 2 kind of sets the mood, sets the stage, and allows you to build and do some research and determine who you want to talk to. One of the hints we had is you might go to an association and just as a guest to have lunch or breakfast, wherever the meeting might be, survey the association, understand, get a feel of the membership, obviously go to the website and find out information. We've got all of those tips in there and allows you to work through one worksheet at a time. So for an example, who to call on? Well, you might call on the association executive director, or there might be a programming chair. Might be a member that does that. The associations may have 2 or 3 people. They may have 15 people, depending upon the size of the association. So you may deal with a marketing coordinator or an events coordinator. By understanding the MCC program in play 1 and understanding the resources that I'm going to share with you in play 5, you can walk in prepared to collaboratively discuss with them their needs and your solutions. Executing your plan. How to set up that first meeting. Again, when you walk in, you want to have an understanding of the association, the challenges the association may have in attracting members or retaining members. You want to find out what kind of programs they've had in the past. And then sometimes, based on the size, you may be involved in doing some coordination, and we can help you with that too. One of the suggestions we make is when you go in, have 2, 3, 4 programs that you kind of have in mind that may have an interest, and try to schedule 3 programs. Now, they may schedule a program 1 month, wait 2 months, have another program, wait another 2 months, and do another program. And one of the other tips we had is if you like the program the way it's laid out, and I think I'm going to guarantee you will, you might look at doing 2 or 3 different associations. One might be vertical, one might be horizontal, one might be like CPAs who are also referral opportunities, and work 2 or 3 groups using the same strategy, same ideas. Play 4, deepening association and influencer relationships. This is an interesting one because in this chapter, or this play, we really spend time about how do you become a member, not a vendor, and how do you really work to be associated with the right. We really spend time talking about attitude, collaboration, and how you're not there to sell. Really critical that people understand that issue. So it's a collaborative style that you have to think about, but also how do you get deeper into the association and deeper into the influencers that can help you build your business. One of the parts of play 4 is to create your goals. We've created the plan. We've done the research. Now, how many associations do I want to work with the next year? How many presentations do I want to make? What's the number of new clients my goal is that I'm going to add? And the number of Office 365 seats sold within the next 12 months. And then every quarter you come back and visit this and see how you're doing. What's the ratio? How are you moving against this? And is it making sense from that perspective? Now, as we start to go towards the end of the program, I'm going to answer questions. So if you have questions along the way, please enter them, and I'll be able to answer questions as we go. Now, one of the key elements that we mentioned in Play 4, that is if you qualify for Marketing Development Funds, MDF, that will also pay for, they will pay for any lead gen services. So it's very important you add the MDF opportunities in here as a way to help the association. If the association's goal is to attract new members, perhaps there's a way that you can work together with the association to find those new members for them, or at least aid in the lead generation for the event. Play 5. Play 5 is really important. It's really the tools to make it happen. It's a series of exhibits and ideas providing resources from Microsoft. There's one area alone, I'll show you just a snapshot, of probably 25 or 30 different websites you can go to find out additional information. There's event checklists, so if you're involved in running the event, or even if the association doesn't have, to make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. Meeting survey and discovery questions. We talked in play number 3 about how do you make the sales call? How do you make the call on the association? Well, I'm going to share with you some questions in a minute that we've got in this playbook to help you have that collaborative conversation. And then the mutual event worksheet. So here are some tools to make it happen. These are the discovery questions. It happens to be Exhibit 2. Exhibit 2. So you would, in a casual, conversational way, not reading these off a checklist of any sort, CEO of the association or the event planning person. So what are your strategic objectives or goals for your association? What are your current barriers to reaching those goals? Maybe one of their benefits or goals is to have better communication with the various committees. Well, using Link and Outlook, maybe there's a way that you can provide them easy access to set up remote committee meetings, yet people can collaborate and work together. On average, how many employees does your typical member employ? Are your members interested in technology? Why do members join your association? As you work with the association collaboratively on their issues. What kinds of programs have you developed recently to increase members and add value? All these things are very interesting. You know, obviously, the people who come to some of these groups may be concerned about hacking issues, might be concerned about security, certainly mobility, certainly BYOD and its impact on mobility and security. All of those areas may be critical for people who want to understand and to take your expertise. Some more tools in Play 5. Tools to make it happen. This is a checklist. You can see, and this is just a snapshot, it's 2 pages long, but on the left-hand side it has all the actions, who's the responsible party, was it completed, and what had to get done. Pretty simple, but it shows you organized. So in Play 4, when we talk about making the meeting, we even have a list of when you're going to make this call, you'll have your questions, you'll have sample programs, some of the collateral material from Microsoft that's already completed with the event kit. You'll have your notes around the association, so you're prepared to make that call. And you can provide and show them these tools that you're there to help them with. Tools to make it happen, Exhibit 4, resources to add value. MCC hint. Use these videos to provide additional value for your association members. Add them to the association newsletters, websites, emails, and program promotional materials. So we'll provide you ideas. Tips to create strong passwords. Wouldn't the association like to have that every month in their newsletter? A different idea like this? Sponsored by your company. So it's a way to use these resources, and there's several pages of these in the playbook that you can cut and paste and provide to the association, and they can continually, every month, every week in their newsletters, provide another technology tip sponsored by you. Killer keyboard shortcuts in Excel. What a great topic. And every CPA would want to use that based on their use of Excel, or every CFO. Always providing value is what this program is all about. And so it's a great way for you to move forward. More resources from Microsoft. You want to sit down right now and write these names down based on where you are in the United States, what segment you are. These are individuals who are the tele-BDMs. These people are available to you to talk about the MCC program, to provide assistance through the playbook, provide assistance through the use of the MCC website, the Yammer site, and even help you in post-event call downs. So these people are very valuable, and they're a resource Microsoft has invested in to help you become successful in this program. Microsoft Community Connections Tele-Team, regionally based, so that you can follow up with these individuals and help them out. Now, as you've said, at the end of the next webcast, and you don't have to be here to win, we're going to look at the attendance list, and we'll be able to announce the winner sometime later today, and there'll be an email going out to everybody to find out who's going to be involved in that area. So I'll be taking questions in just a few moments, but this is the next website you want to write down. That's how you can find the playbook. Write that down. You can go to MCC Playbook and you can then download the playbook and begin to review it, see how it works, how we step you through 1, 2, and 3. The Microsoft Community Connections website, mscommunityconnections.com, will be a very helpful site. It'll have the event materials. It'll talk about how to register an event. You can leverage resources by registering the event, how to download the event kits and look at the material. And if you missed Webcast 1, which is last Tuesday, same time, that's how you can find it. Write that down on MCC YouTube, and you'll be able to go through plays 1 and 2, find out even more information about MCC and how it can help you, and get an overview of the program so that you can get ahead of yourself. And stay in touch with Microsoft Community Connections on Facebook. Microsoft Community Connections, you can find them on Facebook. Stay attuned to people who are using the tools, what's working for them, what's not working for them. All that information is available. So with that, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to ask you, if you have questions, just type that in on your screen, and I'll answer them. Let me look and see if we have any questions currently. Yes, there's one question. What seems to be the best programs or most popular programs? Several things come to mind. I think the programs around security, I mentioned that is always top of mind, especially with small business people. There's a fact, I don't know the exact number, but most hacking or database corruption opportunities are performed by employees. And so a lot of people don't know that, but that becomes a very popular program of how to do that. I think the concept around mobility, lowering costs, I talked about using Link, is a very powerful program that most people don't take advantage of. So that would be an interesting program. Let's see, next question. IAMCP. How do I find it if they have a local office, or how do I connect if they have a local office? Two things. The website, first of all, the website, we'll post it on the screen for you. It's iamcp-us.org/members. You'll be able to find it there, find out there's a local chapter near you, attend the meetings, and like anything, you need to invest time in building relationships. With the MCC program and the associations, don't expect to go in, put on a program, and get an order. Go in with a collaborative approach, and over time, trust is earned, and business will be gotten. And it's an important element that's a marketing idea here that you're going to use, that you follow up on. So IAMCP is a great Microsoft-based organization where you can meet other partners, and that's where you can find the Microsoft CRM partner. You might find a Microsoft ERP partner, or both, that is non-competitive. We call them business ecosystem partners, and there's a whole section in Play 1 around that idea. Let's see, any other questions that popped up? Well, I kind of answered this, but I'll come back to it. Oops, let me come back to the screen. The question was, how do I deal with the tele-BDMs? Well, reach out to them. You see the contact information on your screen. Reach out to them. I would suggest you download the playbook first. Review the playbook in summary. Just skim it, understand it. Then contact the tele-BDM. Tell them you have an interest in the program, and help them guide you through the program. And work with the Microsoft Facebook folks. You can reach out and post questions there and find out how people can reach you at that site as well. Are there any other questions out there? I don't see any. Let's see. There was a question, can you please supply us with Ken's email also? Yes. Let me just type that in. And I'll be happy to help you if I can with any of these ideas and the thought process from around that. And it's also on the first slide, or the slide with my picture on it and my website. You'll be able to reach that when we send out the link to this. I would recommend you go back and listen to this within 5 business days so that you can re-listen to some of the things I said, because normally when I go through these programs, people pick up some ideas. When they go through them the second time, they pick up additional ideas. So I'd be happy to provide that. Any other questions someone would have? And if you don't win the surface, don't blame me. I'm not picking the names, so we'll be able to go forward. With that, I'm going to turn it back to our host. Thank you very much. I'm Ken Thorson from Acumen Management Group.
Thanks, Ken. We hope that you enjoyed today's web conference and that you found the information helpful. If you enjoyed the conference or have feedback on how we can provide you with a better event, please let us know by completing our survey. Please click on the Messages button to view the URL. The survey is on a scale from 5 to 1, with 5 being the highest score. You may access the web conference recording via a link that will be delivered within 72 hours. I'd like to extend a thank you to our presenter, Ken Thorson. This concludes today's web conference. You may now disconnect.